Hello, everyone. This is Zero back with another episode of 1 Billion Credit Challenge. I had a really good week grinding credits this week. As you can see, I've got 750,000 credits from the reserve stock, which is going to be pretty consistent across the board. I think I may have even used the picture from last week, but I'm not going to worry about that. Got a couple of good missions done, one with honors for 450,000 credits, which is a really big jump when you consider what we're bringing in a week, about a million a day just grinding. So that 450,000 is a big chunk. Now, mind you, the missions are not infinite, so I will max them out at some point. I did finish another one for 300,000 without honors. I'll come back someday and do that. I played a lot of random battles this week. I'm not really sure how that happened. I think I was home alone for a little bit, and I ended up playing a little more than I probably should have. So I do have a really successful week here. I played 172 battles, which is definitely too many, with some clan wars mixed in there as well that aren't going to show. So I did have 10,624,427 credits earned this week, 386 bonds, which is great. Another nice metric is I made 34,000 free experience. That's about half of a tier 9 gun to get a tier 10, which is really nice to not actually have to spend any money on that. I had a 57% win rate, just under 7,500 rating. Not my best, but not my worst play. I would like to have played better, would have earned a little bit more credits. This translates to just under 62,000 credits per battle, which is a little bit lower than my average, but it's right in the ballpark. I did play some tier 10 in there just for some fun trolling with one of my buddies. You can see tanks. I definitely have strong preferences. The chieftain games, I typically fire full golds. That would definitely be a reason my credits per battle is down. I have 18 games in the chieftain. However, the EBR, the Scorpion G, Barask, Progetto are tanks that I typically play for credits. You're going to see those every single week. I've definitely fallen in love with the Barask lately. It's like an EBR. I thought it was a worse EBR, but it is actually a little bit better EBR. A little bit slower, but that 700 damage clip is just powerful, and the ability to kind of tuck away as long as you're not going backwards to tuck away is pretty good. The Progetto, of course, is just straight up overpowered. I have a really good crew. I play it well, so I do grind a lot of credits in it. So it's a lot of battles. You're going to see this many battles again this week because we have the Polar Challenge coming up. If you're familiar, if you're not, if you're seeing this as it's posted, you'll see the challenge as I go through it. If you're seeing this a week or two after it's posted, the challenges will all be up. You'll see me try to get that tank through the Polar Challenge, if I can do it or not, but I'm really doing it to grind out a lot of credits at once as well. Potentially get another tier 8 tank to have a little bit more variety in my grinding. I did want to point this out really quick. This is more of an FYI or teach you a little bit about credits. This is something I knew about, but I didn't fully understand. So the 4 courageous resistance is when you lose, but you get a battle hero medal. So that's your high caliber, your defender, your tank sniper, your top gun, those types of things. I've been trying to keep track, but I mostly only get it in the Progetto because I do play it well. So obviously I'm not carrying enough to win, but I'm playing well. I'm trying to win, and sometimes that's just not in the cards. You can't let that get to you. But you'll notice here it says for courageous resistance is 10,800 credits. So the important thing to note here is even though we lost, I got the exact same amount of credits as I would have on a win. Because on a win, I would have still gotten that 1,118,000 standard earned for the battle. And then they add the 10,800. So the only difference between a win and a loss is that 10,800. So that's added in. I've been trying to figure out if that's per tier. Definitely my Progetto, I've got it 5 or 6 times recently. It's 10,800 every single time in the Progetto. I believe it is tank based in terms of a bonus you get per tank. So it may vary a little bit, but essentially on this game, even though we get a loss, for credit purposes, I got the exact same amount as I would have on a win, which for me is a huge deal because I'm looking to grind credits. So it's really nice to have that reward. It's something to keep in mind if you're going for credits, if you can secure a Battle Heroes medal on a loss, especially on a game like this where I had about 4,600 damage. Unfortunately, no spotting, which usually, is a big contributor to credits. It was just a nice opportunity to see this. I thought I'd showcase this for you this week. I may dig a little bit more into the mechanics of how to maximize your credits in a battle, of course, on my little newbie side of things. I'd be explaining it to you that way. So if you like this, let me know, and I might dig more into this as we go. So that brings us to a weekly total. At the end of this week, I had 28,226,260 credits. And that equates to 12,238,000 credits that I earned this week. It's a little excessive. I probably won't have a lot of weeks that high other than perhaps through this Polar Challenge. But I had a really good week. Also, I'm up to 93,000 free experience. So I think this grinding credits thing is going to be really good for my free experience. Our clan, Guns of Anarchy United, has actually been popping 6 hours of free experience boosters and 6 hours of credit boosters every night, which is making a huge difference. in my ability to grind. So thanks for watching. Questions, comments, remarks, throw them down below. I look forward to playing